Hello, everyone. My name is Chaka, and I'm coming to you today with a little story time. I don't know where my camera is pointing, but I hope it is pointing to my face. There's my hand. I hope it is pointing to my face. If not, just deal with the sound. I'm going to attempt to do a story time. I've never done one of these before, so we'll see what happens. And I'm a musician. I play kalimba. I played drums for a lot of years, but now I play kalimba, so I'm gonna be playing a little, accompanying myself as I tell the story time. So let's name the players or the characters in the story. There's bass player Bob, guitar player Gary. There's Ethel, and there is Agent Dave. And of course, I'll be playing myself. Brief history, like I said, I'm a musician. Back in 1972, I hooked up with a group that Guitar Gary was the leader of. Guitar Gary and bassman Bob were really good friends. We were in the Cleveland area, and back then, there was a lot of bars, clubs that hired bands, and a lot of time we were close together. So sometimes during our break, and I think we had to play like 45 minutes and take a 15-minute break, 45, 15, like that. Sometimes during our break, we would, if bassman Bob was at his band, by the way, the band is going to be called the SB Band. When Bob's band was playing close by, we would run by and see if we can catch a few minutes of them, because we didn't have all this competition, this beasts and all that. I'm better than you and all that kind of stuff. We were very friendly, helpful, and supported each other back in the day. So that's how we know each other. Fast forward to 2022 in January. In January, Guitar Gary passed away. And I had moved out of the state by then. I couldn't attend the services. But I'm just assuming that bassman Bob and all the other musicians that were still around went to the services and showed their respect. About March of 22, that's this year, by the way, bassman Bob sent me a friend request on Facebook. We had never been friends before, and so he sent me a friend request, and I'm just assuming in my mind that it is, he wants to try to reconnect to the past, yada, yada, yada. So I accepted the friend request. And every so often he would just say something like, hello, inbox me. Just say, hello, good morning, how are you today? That kind of thing. Never a conversation. So I'd heard about a month or so later that the SB Band were going to retire. They had been together 55 years or something. So they were going to retire. Okay, that's good, fine. So now here's the beginning of the story. Bassman Bob started inboxing me about every other day. Hello, how are you? Those kind of things, just nothing. Finally, I responded, I am fine, how are you? So he said something like, have you checked your mail? Did you get a certain package in your mail? I said, no. Are you sure? And the next day, are you sure? Are you sure you didn't get this package from this certain organization? No, yeah, I'm sure. I'm blind, and I've asked my daughter to check and check and check, and it's not there. Okay, well, it's a very good program for us seniors, so I'm going to send you information connecting you with the person that I dealt with. So he sent me a link to Agent Dave, who was with a governmental agency, and they had this certain program. So now Dave is now texting me, have you ever heard of this program? Would you be interested? So forth and so on. Meanwhile, Bassman Bob is also inboxing me and saying, this is a wonderful program and you should get involved. I got $150,000 and it was very easy. Okay, I'm interested. So now I'm doing research on Agent Dave, and I'm not coming up with much negative. So I called Ethel and say, well, what do you know about Bassman Bob? How much do you trust him? She said, oh yeah, I trust him a lot. In fact, he's the one that got me into the music business. By the way, Ethel is a singer. He's the one that got me into the music business. And when Guitar Gary was looking for a singer, he recommended me, and that's how I got hooked up with Guitar Gary. So I said, okay, I'm going to see what I can do. So Dave, Agent Dave, said, okay, have you ever applied for this program before? I said, no. He said, okay, send me the basic information, your name, and address, email address, and all that kind of stuff, and I'll see what I can do. So I did that. And meanwhile, while this is going on, Bassman Bob is inboxing me as well. He's pumping up his inboxes, said, hey, what's going on? What's happening now? And I tried to keep him informed as best I could. So this past week, today is August 20th, so this happened probably last Thursday. Agent Bob inboxed me and said, hey, congratulations. You have won $150,000. All I need from you right now is two things. One, a promise that you will keep this under wraps. You won't tell anybody until you get the money. And because people are, my words, not his, leeches, and they will try to take your money. And I forgot the other one for now. I said, okay, yeah, no problem, absolutely, no problem. So Agent Dave inboxed back again and said, okay, here's the information. Write this information down. The delivery guys will be there within 4 hours with your authorization. Oh, cool. That's cool. So, Bassman Bob is still inboxing me. What's going on? What's happening? And I'm not giving him any information. I'm just saying, I'm talking to him. I'm working on it, whatever like that. So Agent Dave inboxed me again and said, so the agents will be there within 4 hours. Please be prepared to pay the tax assessment on this. So I wrote back, what tax assessment? What are you talking about and how much is it? And he said, well, the tax assessment is $700 and that has to be paid before you can get your authorization for the 150K. And in between time, Baseman Bob is sending me inboxes. What's going on? What's happening? How's it progressing? So I inboxed Dave, Agent Dave, back and said, no, I'm not paying any money. So you can take it out of the 150, send me 140 and 300, or you can keep it or give it to somebody else. I'm not paying anything. Excuse me. Excuse me. So I went and inboxed Spaceman Bob and said, this dude trying to get $700 out of me. I'm not paying $700. No way. Take it out of the money. He said, oh yeah, that's part of the program. This is Baseman Bob talking. I paid $700 when they came and delivered my money, and it's all good. And I said, no way. So Agent Dave texted me back and said, what's the problem? I said, look, I'm not paying a dime. I'm not paying 7 cents, no less $700. So you can tell your people not to come, and this thing is done. So meanwhile, I inboxed Bob back and said, what made you decide to choose me anyway? Because technically over the last 50 years, if we've been in the same room 4 times, that's very conservative. I've never spoken to him, never had a conversation with him, but he was a good friend of Guitar Gary's, and I was Guitar Gary's drummer for several years. So I had respect for him. And he texted me back something like, well, it will make you happy. It will put a smile on your face. Okay. It's kind of weird, but okay. So now I'm going back and forth with Agent Gary. He's asking me, well, how much do you have? I'll see if I can reduce it, or I'll just handle the rest. I put $0. I am now jaded. I don't want your money. And if your people come to my door, they're going to be in very serious trouble. So now he inboxed me again. And he said the exact same thing Baseman Bob had just said. It will make you happy. It will put a smile on your face. At this point, it clicked. This is the same person. These two people are the same person, trying to rip me off for $700 or whatever they can get out of me for some phony program offering $150,000. So I ended the conversation with wrong account. I'm inboxing Dave now, Agent Dave. Wrong account. Baseman Bob, and he just put a thumbs up as if he's caught. That's the end of my story time. Moral of the story: trust no one. And I know a lot of you are saying, that's why I don't mess with social media. That's why I don't have a Facebook account. That's why I don't blame you. Trust no one. If that person is not in your face and you can see what's going on and you can get it in writing from them, trust no one. There are so many scams out here. I've heard of people saying that they own a property, and if you send me $6, $8, $1,200 for the first and last month's rent, I'll send you the code. Scam. They just got a picture of it from one of these real estate sites, and they're trying to get as much money as they can. Then there's some with Western Union. Not trying to poo-poo Western Union, but these people are using Western Union, and it may be on Cash App and Zelle and some of the rest of them as well. But if you send me $100, you could double your money. Get $200. If you send me $1,000, you could double your money. You get $2,000 back. And we are smart. We are all those kind of things, but occasionally we fall. So be very skeptical of your old friends that have become new on social media. They send you a friend request, call them up and say, did you send me a friend request? That's the end of my story time. Thank you for listening. I hope it helps. Bye.